My name is Vasugee Moodley. I was born in the Marabastad in Pretoria, and I grew up there, of course, and I'm 65 years old. I'm a Hindu. I do go to a satsang, which means sat meaning truth, sang meaning gathering. I do attend the satsang of the Ramakrishna Institute of Spirituality. And I get a lot of solace from there. And it's wonderful to know that everything is one in this country.
The role of woman in Hinduism is very, very auspicious, because we should place every woman as equal to a mother.
Well, I think I learned a lot from my mum and her dad. My mum grew up in a very political family. She's the daughter of C.K. Tambe Naidu, and she's learnt a lot from him. When she was 4 years old, due to the passive resistance, they all lived in Tolstoy farm with Mahatma Gandhi. And when there was so much of injustice here in South Africa, when they wouldn't recognize Muslim weddings, they wouldn't recognize a Hindu wedding, and said, and the children were illegitimate, children of that marriage was illegitimate. All those things were so bad, and also the poll tax. They wanted people to pay £3 poll tax per year, being Indian. All that got to a peak where my grandfather joined hands with Mahatma Gandhi, and that's how he became so involved, and many others. There were many other people, but my grandfather, of course, he came from Mauritius. When he came here to South Africa, he was a wealthy businessman. He sold fodder and he had horses. But my grandfather was something else. He went to prison 14 times. My granny, she went to prison with many other women. My mum went to prison twice. It was in her blood. And when she got married, she inculcated that in us. And of course, it just went on from there when, during the apartheid time, when things were like the tricameral parliament and the marches and the demonstrations, we'd just go. It was just, yes, we have to. Growing up in the Marabastad was a good experience for me. Our household was busy. We often had people like Mandela, Maulvi Kachelia, always coming in for meetings. We lived in an area called the Asiatic Bazaar, and then there was a street called Blood Street, and they called that the Cape location, where all the colored people lived. And then on this side, it was Barber Street, and the area where the African people lived, and that was called Bantuli. We never asked to live that way. There were approximately 10 families living in one yard, and each family had approximately 5 or 4 children. We all lived in tin shanties, zinc houses, no geysers around, so we had to warm our water on the coal stove, take it to the bathroom and have a bath. Conditions really humbled us, but at the same time, it also brought out a lot of love from all of us. There was a lot of togetherness. We had a lot of fun. and there was a lot of harmony amongst us, During Christmas in the Marabastad was something else. I mean, we had our Cape location people, we had the Bantuli people, we had the Indian people in the middle, but I tell you, it was just so exciting because the music, the dancing in the streets, just the excitement was so phenomenal. We lived next door to the temple, and if there was a wedding, we'd all run out to go and see the bride getting out of the car and run to the hall to go and see her getting off. And because the Hooters going, and we know there's some excitement, and and if Sundowns win or Delphos win, oh God, that was also exciting. We'd all get all excited. And it was lovely moments. My husband and I were neighbors, and of course I wouldn't look at him. And he kept asking me out, and I said no, and no ways, and he persisted.
46 years ago, we never thought we were going to become parents and grandparents, eh?
Yeah.
It shows how old are we gone now.
Yeah.
And I remember I should carry your school bag when you come from school.
Yes. And people always say, love thy neighbor, and that was true.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
And I remember we should go to the bioscopes, Royal and Oriental Empire. Royal bioscope used to sit and the frogs used to bite us.
Yeah.
We call it the bug house.
The bug house.
Bug house, yeah.
But times have changed, and social circumstances have changed, so movies also changed that way. I mean, it was bad when we couldn't actually go and take our kids to a restaurant to go and sit and have a decent meal.
Yeah.
And we couldn't even sit on the benches in the park. He was such a wonderful soccer player. And I think that was part of, us, we had something in common. Apart from that, too, he was also very politically inclined. He attended the Ravonia trial. He bunked school to listen to, to go to the cases and things like that. And he was arrested and served 5.5 months in solitary confinement.
Indiërs het in 1860 na Suid-Afrika gekom as kontraktarbeiders. Vasugee se oupa, C.K. Tambi Naidu, het in 1889, toe hy 14 jaar oud was, aangekom. Die Satyagraha-veldtog van passiewe weerstand het in Julie 1907 begin.
Because of the Group Areas Act, we had to leave Marabastad and come to Laudium. And that to us was really a no-no.
We lived among different communities, Coloureds, Indians, Africans, and we had so much of love in that small little place of ours. It's just about 10 kilometers north of Pretoria. And there were a few streets that divided us, or 10 streets that divided us, but we lived so happy, well, until such time when the Group Areas Act moved in, and they started separating us. They sent the Colours to Easters, Indians to Laudium, African people to Artisville and Mamelodi.
Well, we were very reluctant to leave. We really pulled back till the last. It was very sad because we were leaving a place that brought back a lot of fond memories, a lot of happenings that took place there could never be replaced. And apart from all of that, I mean, everything was so easy. We had the barber there, we had the butcher there, we had the supermarket there, and over the street there was, but we did move. We moved in the 70s, we finally moved, but it wasn't easy.
And I remember we had a bash in 8th Street because we knew that's going to be the last that we're ever going to see our Marabastad. And as we did that, the following month, the place was flattened down. Everybody had to go to different destinations.
Not everyone in the Marabastad was so politically inclined. I mean, the people were scared. They were scared. You know, I remember as a little girl when they picked my brother up, who served 5.5 months together with my husband. There was this talking, you know, heavy Afrikaans accent, you know, and then the torches. Oh God, you know, that's something I always remember, lying in my bed and the torches just going around the house, you know. I mean, your curtains and you just see these torches and you know, tuck, 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 tuck. And that's usually, I mean, they got us with the 2 or 3 o'clock, you know, times, which is a very common thing in those days. Because they knew people must be at home, and also that fear, you know, that was very frightening. I think when you look back and you think, when you have that feeling that you are doing something right, and for a good cause, you somehow get that courage. You're not stealing, you're not robbing people, you're not murdering someone, you know. So I think with that feeling we carried on. The Marabastad home, this is the home that I was born in, it had a breakfast room, and we obviously had all our meals there, not only the breakfast there, but we called it the breakfast room. And when there were meetings, whenever there were like Molvi Kachelia, Dr. Dadu, Nelson Mandela, when they had meetings, they would come and they were always had a meal at home, and they would have it there, and the hub at home, the noise, the excitement, because my mum was one who didn't believe in having one dish. So there was always lots of food. I loved that those times because we always had nice dessert. We'd have fruit and cream, and that was my favorite, granddadline cream. Now we are all looking at Mandela as up there, but he was a down-to-earth man. He was one of us. They were ordinary people that fought for the cause. The treason trial was, of course, during the time when people were defying the government. They were defying the government. They were going to places that black people, please, you know, if I say black, I mean the Indians, the Coloreds, the Africans, could not go. And they were being defiant. And then, of course, things happened and they all got picked up, 156 of them.
In 1956 was lede van die Congress Alliance en die ANC aangekla van hoogverraad en in Johannesburg aangehou. Terwyl hulle in aanhouding was, het Vasugee se ma en vroue van haar gemeenskap voortgegaan om hulle te voed. Hulle is uiteindelik in 1961 onskuldig bevind.
I must say, my mum, she had a finger on the pulse all the time. And I mean, these people were coming from Johannesburg. And they had to be in court early in the morning. And it was freezing. And I mean, I think it was just the mother in her that came out and said, no, you know, they need to be served something warm and need to be given a sandwich. And she carried on with that. I think she was very passionate about the struggle. She was extremely passionate, and she felt, no, you know, these people, Joburg, it's cold, you know, and people coming in from the drill hall here, and she just took it upon herself. But having said that, I recall my recollection of this incident of serving them tea was there was a Good Shepherd school close to the old synagogue. And Father Nai was there, and he was very helpful. He said you people could use the premises to serve tea for those people. And that's when I used to go with my mum, and after the sandwiches were made, the coffee and all that, and go and give it out to those people standing trial. And that went on for many years. The special branches called her in. They called her in and they said, you know, why are you doing this? Who's giving you money to do this? And who's, you know, in other words, helping you. And she said, no, I'm getting money from overseas. I don't know, somebody's sending me money from overseas and I'm doing it. Which of course was not the truth. She wouldn't incriminate the people around her. I mean, then they go and pick them up, I mean, the interrogation and all for little things like that was bad in those days. She was a brave woman. I mean, she was very upright and very strong and in her beliefs. I felt, no, that's true, I'm going to do it and that's it.
Minka. There you are, sweetheart. Okay, oopsie. And let's bring your toys. And we're going to have some porridge. Okay. There we are. Ooh. And a nice porridge. Hey, Shiva. Nice porridge. Look, Patty's going to give you some nice porridge. You like this one, eh? Shiva? There we are. Ooh, remember? This is going to be good for you, Shivam. Party and I would eat it together. Ooh, very hungry. Okay. Wow, my baby. Okay, there you are. And Party would make sure that we eat all our porridge so that we get strong bones and strong muscles, eh? There we go. Okay, now we're going to say our little prayer before we eat. Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavir, Brahmagno, Brahmanavatam, Brahmeva Tena Gantavyam, Brahma Karma Samadhina. Hari Om. That's it. Okay? And that means that God is within all of us, and the food is also God, and from the one God, it's going into another God. Eh? Very good, sweetheart. Oh, you like that, eh? Huh? If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Yes. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Shivam, no dummy. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. And that's Mama, Amma, Tainma, and Farid, all pouring coffee for themselves, and they all look so happy and so that tray, yeah, the famous tray with all the sandwiches in there. Yeah. Sure. There you
are. Nelson Mandela enrolled first after the 1961 treason trial. First was a steadfast opponent of the policies of apartheid. In 1949, she married Joe Slovo. He was the wife of Joe Slovo.
Ah, okay.
And she was actually, bombed in a car.
Oh, that was...
Remember when you got released from Newcop prison?
Oh, that's me. Much thinner.
Yeah, much thinner, much younger.
Yeah. That was in the 1970s, eh?
Yeah. And you got recently married. Yes, Walter Sisulu and Albertina Sisulu.
This picture was when Mandela wanted to meet them when he was released. That's the green sari that she had on that they gave to her.
The green, gold and black sari that he had given her as a present. Her daughter, Vasugee Moodley, recalled that she took her with a Tupperware full with fish curry.
I'm glad that we kept all these photographs.
There are a lot of memories, eh?
Many memories. And also, I think it's good for the coming generation to know all this,
Yeah.
our children and their
Our children, grandchildren, yeah.
because these things are soon forgotten.
Yeah.
We're on our way to give Madiba some flowers. You want to join us?
Yeah, it'll be nice.
Okay, you want to hold the flowers and just hold this, please. Here we are. We'll go over there. Yeah. Next to one another. உலகலாம் உணர்ந்தோதற்கு அறியவன் நிலவுலாவிய நீர் மலிவனியன் அழகில் சோதியன் அம்பலத்தில் ஆடுவான் மலத் சிலம்படி வாழ்த்தி வணங்குவோம் ஓம் சாந்தி சாந்தி சாந்தி. We pray that he does recover from his illness and comes back to us, which we know is not something that human beings all have to go that route of dying, but being the kind of person he is, I think we just want to hold on to him and that wonderful legacy of his. Amma Naidu and my mother, that's Tainagi Pillai, never lived to see the country reaching democracy, unfortunately. And that was a sad moment, but I must say that it was, when that happened here in South Africa, that was something, I think all the activists in Laudium, in Johannesburg, in South Africa, I think that was I can't explain to you the feeling, because we work so hard.
Let's hope what we have learned from our parents, it will pass on to them, Don't be jealous, envious of other people. They must be happy children. Be happy for the things that they have, and not for the things that they haven't got. Inculcate that habit in them while they're still growing up.
La wodiva, nilla malwodiva, male mele yeriva, malige pukonduva. You know what that means, Shivam? Come, moon, come. And I bring you a little flower, and we'll run.